What's up, everyone? I'm still trying to figure out this like arena thing. Control the stream through streaming software. That's what I'm doing though. Okay, maybe I need to connect it or something. So I'm trying to... Pasternak, what's going on, dude? Is that going to pull up? Let me see. Oh, wait, I got to close this. Did that work? All right, let me fix it. Let's see if I can fix the chat here. All right, should work now. Let's see. There we go. So I'm trying to get this arena thing to work, and... stream. I don't know if it's gonna work. I'm trying to stream to like to 2 different streams at the same time, but it's just like not working. So I think it's because I might have to like pay or something like that. Video output, no. I think I have to pay. Oh my gosh, this is ridiculous. All right. All right, I'm gonna have to give up on the arena idea for now. That's fine. I'll have to just do it. I might stream on there like afterward for like 15 minutes or something. So we'll see. I do want to get on the arena and go on there. It does seem like Informant was having some luck, but I'm just going to talk about Veve the whole time. I'm not really, you know, like I am interested in crypto, but just like talking about it, like I've already kind of made my moves and now I'm just kind of waiting at this point. So. Sean, what's going on? Hey, what's up, bro? Hope everything's good with you. Yeah, it's going good now. Definitely got some freedom from work and all that kind of stuff. So now that tax season's over, so it's pretty nice. Can you guys hear the music? Turn it up just like a tiny bit. There we go. So yeah, now I'm testing the stream. I moved into a new place and all that stuff, so that's why my kind of background setup and everything looks a bit different. And now I got an affiliate code. I thought I signed up for it like a month ago, and I was like waiting for them to answer, and I'm like, it's taking so long, and then I guess I just never applied. So I did that a few days ago, and they were pretty quick with the turnaround and stuff. So yeah, so I had to put up all this stuff. I need to get on like Informant's level. Whenever I'm watching him, he's got everything decked out with transitions and stuff. I'm like, I need to get to at least that level. He always compliments me, but he does have a very good like production and everything with like music and all that kind of stuff. I don't have anything like that. So, but that's the link. I did make a custom QR code, which is pretty cool looking. I do like that one. Pasternak says, is Veve done with DC draws? Would be awesome to get another Superman. I don't know if I want like more Supermans. I mean, it would be cool to get other characters like Martian Manhunter or trying to think of who else. Aquaman. Yeah, just like part of the rest of the Justice League that's just like not on the app yet. I think that'd be kind of cool. But I don't know. It would be awesome to get another Superman. Maybe just a golden cape, just to kind of troll everyone. Remember we're gonna get like a golden cape Batman, or not Batman? Sorry, Superman. At least that was like it's kind of what we're told that was something that could happen, right? But glad you guys are here. You guys were pretty quick. I didn't put this up on X or anything like that. I mean, I might put it up on X. Actually, I will. I'll tweet it out. Might as well. Whoa. No? trying to tweet it. I thought I like wanted to end the stream. I was like, they're like, why do you want to end the stream? That's not what I want to do. All right. Oops. Where is the thumbnail? There we go. I'm just gonna say it live now. All right, I'm posting it. Man, I wanted to stream to Arena 2. It's mostly just to kind of just spread awareness about Veve. That's kind of the whole point. But yeah, I'll have to. I might do a short stream on there right after this for like 15 minutes, 20 minutes. It just depends if people are even there, which would be pretty cool. You got the Planet Death airdrop holding long term. Really nice art. Yeah, I actually have two. So my goal is to sell one SR and one airdrop just to kind of get some gems back. Because all those purchases, I mean, I bought quite a few. Here, I'll show you. I did sell, I think, like one rare and like one common or something like that. But yeah, I got 25 commons, 4 rares. I think I did sell 2 rares. I think I had like a low 3-digit, and I kind of wanted to just get rid of it as soon as possible, like while the drop was happening. And I think I sold another one for some reason. And then I actually bought a bunch of the uncommons for 1 gem. Someone was like flooring a bunch for 1 gem. So I bought like another 5 of those. And then I have 5 ultra rares, 2 secret rares. There was someone that had 7 secret rares or something crazy, right? But I really like the art. The poster looks awesome. I just have 2. I mean, the whole point, after I got 1 secret rare, and I think it took me like 26 like attempts to get my first secret rare. Then I think I tried like 5 more, and I actually ended up getting another secret rare like along the way. And then at that point, I kind of just stopped because I was already spending quite a bit, and because it's on the Veve Comics website, like we'll even look it up on this side. You know, you have to use like a credit card. You can't use your gems on Veve to pay for this stuff. So, yeah, I really just want to kind of just like leverage the collectibles I already have on Veve to kind of buy and sell and flip or, you know, do whatever. I don't mind putting in money occasionally, but yeah, I think I did put in like a couple hundred or something like that on the, or a few more than that, like for the drop. So, which is fine. I just want to get some of that back in gems. That's why I'm kind of flooring my 2 secret rares just to kind of get some gems back. Picked up a common mint, 82 for 8 gems. That's solid. That's really, really good. Yeah, I think people are going to really like that comic. When did they come out with Planet Death #1? Like, when does that comic come out? Maybe it's like a monthly issue. So maybe later. JKRB, what's up, dude? Thanks for stopping by. Grogu Rare has less mint than the SR at the moment. I hope Veve burns the collectibles after a month if old and sold like the comics. So you bring up a good point. I'm going to do it now. I did get a new mic, by the way. I don't know if you guys can tell the difference or if I sound different. Let me know. But the thing I hate about it is that this cord is 1, very short, and 2, it kind of like, in order for it to even reach my computer, I almost have to like feed it like in a weird way, but it keeps getting in the way of my hand, so I'm trying to type. Anyway. That's the point of the test stream. Where? Okay, I went 1 too far. I'm just going to do this. Okay, so let's look at here. So it does explain which ones get burned. So I'll just do search function, so burn. So the only ones that I see that are scheduled to get burned, and I'm kind of surprised. I think this is like this might be the first time that I think Star Wars has ever burned a collectible. I'm just kind of curious. I might want to confirm that with like my collectibles or something like that. I'm just kind of curious. But I think this is the first time Star Wars has actually burned something Marvel's done it. Disney's done it. But yeah, so far the only thing that's scheduled to burn of all these collectibles, is the Beskar ingots, and that's on June 10th. So they could burn them later. Who knows? I mean, there could be a point where, let's say in 6 months, Star Wars kind of follows same suit as Marvel. Marvel's, it's almost like Marvel's the one kind of experimenting with the burns, and then like based on like how Marvel does, like if they notice like an increase in sales and things like that, then they might follow the same business model as like Marvel, including the burns. But I never thought about it that way. It's almost like they're kind of like letting Marvel do all the burn stuff and just kind of see how things like play out. Plus they have so many characters on Marvel, so it's like there's way more characters to release on Marvel versus like I would say Star Wars or I mean, Star Wars has a lot too. So does Disney has a ton too. Like no shortage of characters to drop. Kid Arcade, what's up, dude? Hey. What's up, man? I was watching you yesterday in the Veveverse for a little bit, but mostly checking it out. Yeah, dude. Some people are doing some crazy stuff in the Veveverse. When they first released it, I mean, I really got into it, I would say about a month and a half ago. And I just did like a lot of perspective stuff. I don't know. I don't mind building out like a showroom or like a house or whatever it is, but I kind of like doing perspective stuff and kind of doing like action shots or things like that with my collectibles. At least me personally. But I know yours has got this like trippy staircase, kind of like maze thing going on. So I've always liked that. Yeah, we'll have to hang out in the Veveverse sometime and do stuff, dude. If they just add jumping, and that alone adds instant gamification to the Veveverse. So let's see. Okay, I'm just kind of like looking at some messages. All right, sorry about that. But awesome. Glad you guys. How are you guys? How are you guys feeling about the Star Wars drop so far? I did kind of burn myself I didn't mind going for the armor. I think she's actually a pretty cool collectible, and the Beskar ingot definitely gives her like additional value. But I did buy Mandalorian for 70. I guess it's worth it to buy and just see if you get like a low mint or maybe you get lucky. If not, it's fine. Right now he's sitting at like 50 gems, I believe. And then this normal one, Din Djarin. Right now, I believe last I saw he was at 10 gems. I just don't know how many are in the store. We can check really quick. Yeah, hopefully Star Wars and potentially, Disney kind of does like more burns and stuff. I really like burns because it actually, I think I mentioned this on, whose stream was this? Oh my gosh. Oh, I think it was Doctor Strange's stream. I've been kind of hopping around more streams recently. I've been trying to like get more involved back in Veve and stuff like that. So, or at least like in the streamers and stuff like that. But I think yeah, it was pretty much that. Sorry, there's some on my hand. Oh yeah, Pixel Trader, you like the new setup? Yeah, it took me a little bit. I was also moving just a couple weeks ago, or about a week ago, I should say. And so it just kind of took me a while. Plus, I was having internet issues for like the first whole week I was here. I had someone show up like every third day to try and like fix my internet or something going on. It's still kind of having issues, but usually if I just reset, it'll be fine for the day. But no, Grogu is doing extremely well. I pretty much called it, and I did tell some other people in the community to kind of like, hey, if you want my opinion, like go for Grogu. I knew that one was going to do super well. Yeah, I got five Grogus myself. No like interesting mints. Not even any like palindromes or consecutives or anything like that. Right now, the floor for Grogu is 180 gems, essentially. Let's see if there's any like active sales going on. Grogu. Like, are people actively buying it like recently? I know there's a lot of buying yesterday and the day before. Market Stacker. Okay, so are some people buying this on Stacker? Is that what that means? And then NFT transfer. Okay, I think these are just normal market purchases, but a Market Stacker, I think that's a purchase through Omi. And then NFT transfer, I don't know if that's just... I think it's just duplicating that. Yeah, it says... Yeah, it's like a market sale, then there's like a transfer. Market sale. Okay, so I guess someone bought 2 of these on Stacker. Interesting. You know, I might have to actually start like... If people are starting to like list this for Omi, like I might have to actually start like looking at buying stuff in Omi, especially if people like accidentally undervalue things. Which can happen. Clear that. Let's see here. Yeah, Grogu's doing very well. Who has the highest amount? All right, Mr. Rolex has got 32. That's a lot. Josh R. Okay, yeah, that's fun under the sun. We did talk, I will say that, but he went all out, so that's good on him. And then Pixel Trader, the man himself, also got a nice stack of 12. I've never seen this before. In Okomi, we trust. Interesting. That's an interesting name. Yeah, I was only able to... I essentially ran out of gems. I have been kind of just casually selling things the last couple months just to get some more gemmies. One of these days, maybe we'll look at candy if people are interested enough. I will say the floor price of cows have gone up quite a bit. Like the bat cows on candy. Yeah, those ones are doing pretty well too. I think they're at like 180 right now, but they were 150 or like 140 probably just a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. What drop do we have next? This one's on the 19th. I think the next one is the comic, I believe. View all, is this it? That's not very helpful. They don't have the Mando like comic drop here. Oh, I guess it's over here. That's weird. They actually have the comic in the collectibles section, I just noticed. Yeah, because these are all collectibles. This is the collectibles section, but this is a comic. Or at least put them in both. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, dude, that is a cool secret rare cover. How many of those are there? 5. Okay, so there's 5 cover variants, obviously. 188 secret rares. I will say that is a sick looking cover. This one's pretty cool too. This is my favorite part of The Mandalorian, was before he took off his helmet and started talking. That was my favorite part. All these scenes, all these images, they look like they're from like early on, at least like in the episode. And this is that him? Is that wearing the same armor? Yeah. But no, this one's cool. But 10 gems is rough. I've already spent most of my gems on Grogu, so it's kind of hard to follow up on that. I pulled the lever a couple of times. I just need to start getting some gems. I'm actually trying to sell my secret rare comic, or my this framed art. View the market. I'm getting undercut. All right. It's war. You guys know what I'm gonna do. All right. I'm pretty loose with the price on this, I will say. The Beskar ingots, I do think there's going to be something potentially with the Beskar ingots. Because I think it's still early enough in the month that something could happen, but I wouldn't bank on it. But I do like the ingots a lot. It's just weird. I've never seen it before that because the Beskar ingots were free. That because the Beskar ingots were free, the price of the armor was almost split between the two. Because like right now the armor's with the, what's it called? The box price is 30. And so essentially, let's just say she's going for 14 right now. And these are going for 16. So essentially, you could buy the armor and craft this for free and essentially spend 30 gems, or you can just buy the Beskar ingot and the armor and still spend 30 gems, right? So essentially, these are people just trying to break even, or in this case, because there's a fee on it, they're going to lose a little bit. But, you know, maybe just selling those and being able to pull the lever is worth 2 gems, right? 2 or 3 gems. But I did craft her on the drop and then, or bought her in the store and then craft her. But you do have to buy them in the store. So that's kind of the other aspect. But at this point, like if you want to go for the armor, you know, just buy it in the store and then just get, at least you might get a cool mint, and then you also might get a cool Beskar ingot. I wouldn't buy it in the market because they cost the same as the store. So this is probably one of the few instances where I'm like, it's a break even, so you could just do either. I will say the price of these will probably keep going down. So, and the Beskar ingots will get burned, remember, on June 10th. So collect the whole set. Yeah, I do need to collect the whole set, actually. I just need to buy the other Mando. I think he's going for like 9 gems or something like that. Whole Mando series set and get Dark Saber and animated Mando. Dark Saber would be sick. Now you got me thinking. Pasternak, me and you need to work in the ideas department, wherever that is at Veve, right? Because that's how you really grow. We're just idea guys. Would be cool. That would be sick if we did get the Dark Sabers. Yeah, I'm still, gosh, I look really, like, the whole setup looks dark. I do want to add another light source here at some point. I just need to buy it on Amazon because it does get pretty dark here. Unless I, like, lean back or, I don't know. Depends on the screen. Someone just buy one of my SR posters. Poster or comic. I'm really trying to get rid of one of the two. My comics? No, I want to check out the market. How many gems do I have? I feel like I don't really have any gems. No, I have 5 gems. Spent it all on Grogu. That's why I'm trying to get... I'm gem poor right now. Attack ready T-Rex. This one was going for really cheap. I'm going to make a video at some point, including, of course, my affiliate link and all that stuff, but talking about like things you can buy with less than 10 gems. Like, if I was going to recommend someone to join Veve and like buy something, I would say just like avoid, you know, go for it in the store if you want to, but with 10 gems you can get so many cool things. Like the first thing I would tell everyone to get is get like the T-Rex, because it just looks so good, and even all the variants look good. I think most of the variants are like, I think under like 3 gems. Most of them are. Nation. No, which one is it? How much is the uncommon? I don't know why it opened up like that. Okay. All right. Actually, these are kind of going up in price a little bit, because I remember when these were like 2.5 gems or something crazy. All right. Hold on one sec. I was hearing like a weird noise or something, like someone's like hitting a wall. So weird. So nice to see non-lottery style drops. These keep the secondary market values near retail. I agree. I like the pick the ones you want, and actually Vive's very smart for picking that format for Grogu, because honestly it would have been very frustrating to try, because they know, you know, a lot of people like Grogu. So because they made 2 levels where it's like, hey, if you just want to get, you know, the normal Grogu 20 gems, like go for it. They both have FA tags, but one's just a bit more scarce with a higher box price, right? But if they made that entire thing blind box, like imagine getting the armor or either Grogu or either Din Djarin, and let's just say it was 50 gems, because it probably would have been 50 gems, right? Just across the board, like, you know, you probably had I don't know what the odds were, but a 1 in, you know, whatever chance of getting SRs, because there's like 2,000 of those, 6. Yeah, you probably would have had like a 10% chance or something like that to get an SR. And even then, let's say you got like, if you just pulled the lever a bunch of times, you get like 3 Din Djarins and like 1 Grogu, and you kind of wish you just spent more on Grogu. So it was really smart of them to do it that format, and I knew it was going to do extremely well. I was surprised it didn't sell out right away. Like, it actually got to the point at like the 20-minute mark where like it kind of opens up to the market, and it actually starts showing you like the mint numbers right when they flipped, because I was like refreshing. I saw it only had 48 minutes left. I'm like, yeah, this thing's gonna sell out, because 95% was already bought. I was just I just ran out of gems for the most part. Kind of wish I spent my 70 on, instead of Mando, another Grogu, but that's fine. I think I'm up enough on Grogu. I'm okay with it. Yeah, but I agree, Magic Pin Collector. I really like that format, and I kind of wish they mix those in a bit more. Because really, I was kind of surprised. People were like in spaces and stuff, or like other. I wouldn't say I wasn't surprised. You know, it doesn't matter. Everyone kind of thinks different ways. I've been completely wrong about certain drops, things like that in the past. But a lot of people just didn't think like Grogu was going to do well. But yeah, when I was at Tina's party and there was a Grogu cake there, and it was from a, you know, oh my gosh, I drew a blank on his name, but this Veve guy up in Canada, he like brought the cake from like, yeah, that's like a big, yeah, everyone likes Grogu. So best thing to happen probably since like, you know, R2-D2 or like one of the cute things, kind of like the Ewoks, I think. Probably like the next cutest thing after like Ewoks or whatever those things were, but. New Black Pink drop happening next week has terrific drop mechanics. No blind box, no special edition, no chasers. And most important, it's minted based on demand and only a 3-day sale. Okay. I honestly have not looked at that at all. Like, I'm down to read that, because when I saw the Black Pink drop, I thought it was talking about like an airdrop from a previous thing, so I didn't even care to read it. But I'll definitely check it out. Magic, I haven't even looked at it. I was thinking Mando would sell out around the same price as Venom. Same edition, both not animated. Still think Mando is super undervalued. I would agree. Yeah. He's, I think people just like love Grogu. That's where all the money's going now. But I could totally see Mando doing well a bit later. I don't know. It's just hard because there's only so much liquidity like going. I mean, people are, you know, taking stuff out of the market, or people investing, whatever they're doing with their money. And so I don't know. It's interesting to think about, but I do think he's undervalued. It's just a matter of, you know, let's say someone shows up to Veve and they have 1,000 gems. Are they going to be buying Mandos first, or are they more likely to buy, you know, Venom or something else? We'll have to see. But I do think, I mean, Mando where's he at right now? Whoop. Did I'll just go to the market. He's got to be on the front page. Yeah, there he is, Mandalorian. He's at 52 right now. 20 below retail. It's pretty decent. But same price as Venom? That's a bit, what's Venom at right now? Because I remember at one point he did top out at like 250 or 280. I haven't checked his price in a while. Oh my gosh. You know what? I should have just clicked on collectibles and not comics. Hold on. This is on me. Collectibles. There we go. And it should be not as far down. There we go. Dude, why does it keep scrolling me to the bottom of the page? Okay, he's at 155. But that's a pretty deep undercut from the floor. Can you guys see this? Actually, let me zoom in a bit. I apologize. There we go. Yeah, so 155. Pretty thin floor on Venom. There's our boy Grogu. I'm just gonna close the candy thingy. If we want to talk about it, we'll talk about it. Why everyone go for Grogu but none for Mando? I wouldn't say nobody went for Mando, but quite a few people did. I believe like half sold out. Let me go back. I'm making this way harder on myself than it needs to be. Collectible details. All right, let's check it out. He is just shy of half sold out, so I'd say like 45% sold out. So again, it's I think it's just one, a liquidity thing, and then two, I mean, some people might already have a couple of these and they'd rather just spend money somewhere else. I don't know. I will say this, there is a few times where, you know, the way they've written the Mandalorian character and all that stuff has disappointed me. The way they write Grogu's never disappointed me. I think that's why people put more money in Grogu than Mando. But yeah, I think it's just, you know, people only have so much money to spend, and it didn't even sell out in the. Remember, it didn't even sell in the store right away. So there was probably some whales that were just doing buy, like, you know, that had probably you know, over 1,000 gems or whatever it is, or 1,500 gems, and they just kind of kept on clicking buy on there. So all I know is that when it's the market, you know, sometimes you can't make sense of it. $52. I mean, floor does go up somewhat quickly, but I mean, if there was a burn involved with this or something else, then yeah, the floor prices would be a bit higher. Market. Okay, let's see. People just ran out of gems to buy Mando. That's exactly what happened to me. And if anything, I kind of wish I didn't buy a Mando and just bought another Grogu, because I easily could have. Because I was one of the people just clicking buy. So I ran out of gems within the first few minutes, and I was kind of like, huh, it's still not sold out. And I was just kind of waiting and looking at the market. I didn't really want to put in, because I already put in like a couple hundred for the Planet Death drop like the week before, and then the Grogu drop happened. Where am I looking for? Mutascan. Let's reload. I need to spend more. I do want to spend more time on a Mutascan to just kind of see like recent transactions, like which wallets are being very active. If we do see a wallet showing up a lot here, like this person's minting a lot of something. I don't know what he's minting. Or maybe that's like the Veve wallet making these mints, or minting them. 10 min. Transfer. Yeah, I don't know what all this is. It's a huge wall of whatever. Oh well. I got the Luke lightsaber to go for the Trooper helmet. That's my favorite one. You going for a helmet? I'll honestly probably just buy them in the secondary market. Because what's going to happen with the helmets, we'll take a look at them really quick, just so people can kind of visualize it. Collectibles. Helmets. Is this a different helmet section? Nope, yeah, this is like the whole helmet section. I forgot, it's just like further down. So these are the helmets you're talking about, right? Pasternak, these ones with the craftable thing. Yeah, there's the lightsaber there. These ones are, because there's a 5 gem buy-in, you know, people are going to try and add 5 gems. So long story short, if someone bought a Luke lightsaber for 5 gems and they use another 5 to craft it, if they get a bad mint number or something like that, they're going to try and sell it for like 11 to get some profit, right? Or at least like break even, so they can just kind of buy another lightsaber and do it again or something like that. But same thing with the Rancor. I forgot, like, there's not a lot of Rancors. I think there's only like 300 or something like that, maybe a little bit less. Let's check super quick. Okay, maybe not. Okay, there's 1,000. Essentially, maybe like 900 because Veve withholds some. So there's probably 900 to 1,000 in circulation. So an okay amount. But I feel like because this was part of a blind box and it's a 60 gem box price, yeah, because it wasn't the highest rarity in the set like Admiral Akbar was, I'm pretty sure this one was always hanging around 60, maybe like 50 or something like that. Rancor. So he's at 53 right now, at least according to this. Oh my gosh, that's wild. So his all-time low was 16 gems. This was back in February, though. Let's go back. Yeah, sometime around here, like early February. I don't know. It's not really showing it on the chart like accurately, but I mean, I believe it when it shows that. So yeah, I mean, there could have been a handful of people that bought down here, and so kind of keep in mind like the helmets in that case. Yeah, and a lot of people bought it here. So from 26 to 52. There's a chance like the Raker or helmets. So if I'm doing like 25 plus 5, right, like 30, that's kind of how I would try and sell. Like people are going to want to try and break even. So, I mean, I could be completely wrong. I mean, people might not hardly craft any of these, and you know, these could go up to like I could see these helmets, the Rancor ones, going for as low as like 20, 25, but I could also see them going for like 55 just because they're super scarce. I don't know, maybe even more. It's just kind of hard to tell. Which one is it? Yeah, I was gonna say, what is... Okay. Kind of wondering what's going on with the music, sorry. If S. Armando goes to like 30, I'll buy as many as I can, yeah. Well, it's tough because like if it's touching 30, it's probably gonna go like 30, 35, 40, like it does run up pretty quickly, but I see what you mean. That's kind of how it was for certain collectibles for a while. I kind of told myself, I was like, all right, if this ever goes below like 5 gems, I'm just gonna buy it. But eventually you just can't keep up. At least I couldn't for certain ones. I think I did that with Joker for a while. I kind of told myself, I'm like, all right, any Joker under, I think it was like under 35 or like 30, it's like I'll buy a Joker. I think I bought like 4 or 5 and I was like, gosh, and I woke up the next morning and there's like 3 more below like 30 or whatever. I was like, I just can't keep up with this. I just can't just keep buying. I think I ended up selling a couple back for a small profit because the fees on those are super cheap. I think some people forget that the early DC, you know, collectibles, and remember it's only a 2.5% fee, I believe. So it's kind of easier to get your money, your gems back on those, or at least make like a tiny profit if you want. Pasternak, what's up? Does it have to be a certain rarity for the helmet? No, it's just whichever one. So it does say here you have to have the Luke lightsaber for this helmet, the Jawa number 3 for this one. I might use the Jawa one, even though it's kind of like my least favorite looking helmet of the 3 or of the 4. The Vader one, I believe, is the common. Yeah, you have to have the common Vader or the Rancor. Rancor. Grogu rare is undervalued. Yeah. What's the floor at? Is that, why would you say like 10? Is it at 10 right now? Vibes? We vibing? What's up, D? Yeah, it's been a very long time. Just doing a quick test stream. Probably hang out for a little bit longer. Than I actually want to do jump over to Arena really quick. I know Informant's been like streaming on that platform. I'm just going to talk about Veve the whole time, but I was trying to like multi-stream, but I guess I have to like upgrade my thingy or something like that, but... D and Hinado! It's almost like you guys haven't seen each other in forever. And you guys only interacted with my streams. Yeah, it's always good. Yeah, it's nice to see you guys too. I've been trying to keep up with you guys. You guys are doing so much content. It's kind of hard for me to keep up. I feel like you guys are doing a video or a stream or something like that multiple times a week, which is awesome. We do need more people in the space. I don't know why we're on the Mutascan page. There's kind of nothing on there that I want to look at. Stacker's still being weird. But yeah, these prices, I think I do have a Jawa 3, so I might craft one helmet just for fun, but I might have sold my Skywalker lightsaber some time ago. The only Vaders I have is the UR. I kind of sold the common and uncommon probably like a year ago or something like that. Didn't go for the Rancor. I kind of wish I did. Blasted Trooper helmet. 501 of these, yeah. Who knows? And some people might, some people might FOMO and just, you know, they might buy some of the cheaper ones like Jawas, as well as the lightsabers. Because what are the lightsabers going for? The Luke one, I know it went up in price. Oh, it's up to 13 now. I remember when these were like 5. Jawa number 3. What's he doing? Yeah, I think the Jawa ones, I mean, people might buy a Jawa and then just spend 5 gems. You know, it's 10 gems to get a new helmet, right? How many Jawas do I have? I think I have like, I don't know if I have 1 or 2 of these guys. I have 2 of them. I might just do this one because this 3-digit mint's actually decent, but this 4-digit, it might be worth it if you have like just a bad 4-digit Jawa or like a bad 4-digit like Luke lightsaber. You could just spend 5 gems. You might get really lucky and just get like a low mint. You know, you might get like a 2-digit helmet, and you could get like a decent amount back. Or you might get like a unique mint number 123 501 whatever. So, not financial advice, but you know, if one of you guys have like a large stack of lightsabers, might be worth to burn a few of those. Oh yeah, this is another burn they've done too, because you actually do burn the Rancor as well as the Jawa. Yeah, that's kind of the whole point, huh? Yeah, yeah. That's why earlier I was talking about the whole like what the price they were going for. So. Same thing with like the Vader one's going to be a little bit wild because some people bought Vader for a lot, but I think for the most part, I'm assuming these will probably go for a little bit less or maybe around whatever the market price is for some of these or whatever they bought it for. Damn, I only have UR Vader. Can't get that helmet then. Yeah, I mean, you could always buy it. What's the common Vader going for now? Vader. How many people do I have watching? 10? Sick. Also, it says current frame rate is too high. Please set frame rate. All right, whatever. We'll figure that out later. Let's go to collectibles. More posters. Oh, so the common. 30, essentially. Yeah, I would just wait in the secondary market. If you want a helmet, the Vader helmet, you might be able to get the it just depends on how many people craft it, but I do think this will probably go for about the same amount, probably a little bit less than the actual like Vader itself. Where's another big Bat Cow sale right now? Yeah, actually, that's a good point. Let me get to that one in a little bit. Thoughts on Ben leaving Veve? I think Veve is such a close family that we don't like seeing someone go. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I will say, I mean, he did get a lot done. I was not really active at all making content when he was like, you know, co-CEO of Veve. So I didn't really talk to him that much. I think he might have said hi to me like in a stream or something like that, but that's kind of it. No, you know, we never like DM'd each other or anything like that, but he sounded like he was super nice to all the other content creators, and he pushed through the Veveverse, and we got like the Veve Comics website like running better and other parts and stuff like that. So I think what happened is like him and Mitch, I think Veve just needed to hire like really, really good talent for a short period of time. They needed to just scale Veve while they had this, lawsuit stuff going on. I'm assuming, right? And so I think everyone just, came away, better than how they started, right? Like Mitch and Ben have an awesome note on their resume, right? Like largest digital collecting company in the world, and they spent about a year. Ben was like 6 months there, and then Veve gets to carry on what they were doing before. Now they can kind of put all that other stuff behind them, and they can just kind of go on as they were before. So right, I mean, we don't know anything, but we're just gonna wait for the video to come out, right? So it should be any day now. Today's Monday, and I think they said it was Thursday, right? That video is gonna come out. So that's my take. I don't think there's any bad blood or anything, like nothing bad's happening. It's just like, hey, we don't no longer need your services. We want to go back to running a lean company. Nothing but good, I think, came of it. So that's my take on it. What was it? Oh, no. Okay. You mentioned, okay, DC bot. So I've been paying attention to these bat cows. We're going to kind of switch gears like super quickly on the cows. Wow, this is a crazy looking one for $2,100. So if you guys aren't following it on X, if you go to the DC NFT feed, like, I don't know, Twitter handle, whatever you want to call it. If you just follow it, it'll show you pretty much sales of bat cows, but I thought it also shows sales of like big comics too. Yeah, usually if it's like a legendary comic, I think it'll tell you sales of like legendaries or certain comic. I don't know why it told us about this one, but usually it tells you about bat cows being purchased or like bigger comics like legendaries and stuff being purchased. So I don't know how the bot works. I don't know if it's triggered by a dollar amount or like how scarce the comic or the bat cow is or whatever it is, but there's some pretty cool ones. This one with the little headlamp thingy is pretty cool. And then if you want more information on it, so if you look at like this one in the middle, I think right above the picture, there's like a link on Candy if you don't get flashbanged. And on the right here, if you look, you get to see, let me zoom in. Usually if you see like a random cow, I think sell for, probably like a few hundred or something like that. Usually I look here and usually they have, either it looks cool or it has some really good materials. Like only having 2% is, it's okay. It is kind of a cooler looking cow. Kind of like that, like white and yellow, and the purple looks a bit different, but yellow and purple I think does kind of go together. Go. There's that. But this one is wild. Let's go to this one. For some reason, dude, when I first saw this, I thought it was like 4-leaf clovers or something weird, but it's just it just has a bunch of bat logos all over it. Yeah, so the Batman logo version, it's a 0%. Like it's less than 1%, or it's probably like a fraction percent. And so that way that material says 0%, and this is the lantern green tight weave. Oh, even the green part on the sides and on top of the helmet's like a 2%. That's pretty. It's just cool looking in general. But that is a very cool cow. Let's look at my collection. I did sell a lot of stuff some time ago, so I don't have as much as I used to. I still have a lot of packaged stuff. Like I haven't opened any of these Action Comics, this Flash Comics I haven't opened. I did sell a good amount of comics, I would say about 2 years ago, or probably about a year and a half ago. Some I sold for like all of them I sold for a profit, but some I kind of wish I held knowing what the prices are now, but some I did sell for like a big profit. I'm way behind on chat. Sorry, guys. So many bat cows I want, but yeah, they're pricey. Have you picked up any recently, Pixel? Oh, I'm sure Pixel has them all. He's the one that bought the 2100, I bet. He doesn't want to tell anyone. Ben was very much needed light to fire. Oh, yeah, dude, he was very passionate. He was super active. Anytime there was like an issue or someone had a complaint about Veve, he would just like face it head on, right? Either deal with in spaces or on stream or whatever it was, right? Anywhere he felt like it was appropriate. So, yeah, he was awesome. He was a rock star. He definitely helped out. He definitely helped kind of just push Veve and just like navigate us in a way, like just during like a crucial time. So that's what I said. I think everyone just walked away better for it. It's like I said, Mitch and Ben both get to have awesome, notes on their resume, and Veve gets to continue on and keep growing. So doing what it wants. Do you take one on his 17 cows? Yeah, he's gotta have a few. Oh, what the fuck? What, do you have to burn it? Never mind, I'm not getting the helmets then. Yeah, you do have to burn it. So Pasternak, yeah. There's no transfers. Yeah, unfortunately not. But yeah, Jeff, there is burns, so take that into consideration. I'm gonna burn one of my Jawas. I don't care. Burning a Rancor is going to be a little rough. I don't think a lot of people are going to burn the Rancors, actually. So they could go for a lot. I'm assuming all the people that did buy the Rancors are going to use it to craft. If not, they would have probably already flipped by now. They should have had the video ready and drop it when it was announced. And he wasn't with Veve anymore. Hello from South Korea. What's up, dude? SW. I'm just going to call you SW. I remember you. Yes, it's been a long time. I usually don't do too many like late night streams like this. This is because it's just a time zone thing. Because right now it's about 8 p.m. for me. Almost 8:30. For surety, I thought it was for the long haul. Yeah. I mean, like in hindsight, it makes complete sense. Co-CEO, it's like still in charge, still can make a lot of decisions as like a almost a pseudo CEO, but also having the ability to like kind of just step away when it's needed. So yeah, it would have been nice. And I know a lot of people were excited, and I was too, about the whole like, okay, well, he did stuff with like Binance, and maybe there's some like Comey stuff going on, and maybe we can like kind of push for an exchange, and like he has a lot of connections with like Web3, and maybe we can like leverage that to like scale Veve more or something like that. And so Father the Sun, what's up, dude? Thanks for the $5. Appreciate it. I see you got your sunglasses on, your stack of Grogu's. Dude, he's living large. He's loving it. This man, you and the other guy has a lot too. You have like almost 3% of the supply. You know what's funny is because I saw an article and people were making a big deal that like Michael Saylor had like 2.5% of like the entire Bitcoin like circulation, right? And I was just thinking to myself, I kind of did the math. I'm like, wait, Fun of the Sun has almost 3% of the Grogu's, so it's like him and Michael Saylor not so different. At least when it comes to Grogu's, you just gotta accumulate. And he's the top 2, holder, right, of Grogu. So it's like, I think you have like 2.5%, right? Something like that, which is pretty impressive. I just like randomly thought, like I saw that thing, and because I did the math, I think like the day before, I was looking at the top holders, and I'm like, all right, what percentage do they own? And I kind of did the math, and I found out yours was probably about 2.5%, maybe a little bit more, because remember, there's only like 900 something in circulation, so it's probably closer to 3%. And then that article I saw the next day talking about like him having like almost 3%, so pretty crazy. Feels like Ben Rose is the dad. Said he's just going to the grocery store but never came back. Yeah, I don't, there's not that intent behind it, but no, that's funny. He's just like, finally dad is home, he's home a lot when really just quit his job, and then one day he just like leaves forever. It's like, wow, dad's been home a lot. This is great for 6 months. This is great. Yeah, especially as he had some stake in the company. Yeah, I don't know all the everything involved or how much he does or doesn't own of like Veve or Omi or how he got paid, but they dropped Lex comic. They must be dropping FA Superman soon. Cows will definitely pump when it gets announced. Yeah, it's already kind of getting that way, right? Because people are going to want to get that priority whatever it's called. I forgot to do that for this drop, the Lex Luthor one. I bought 5 and I'm not opening them. That's kind of my plan, and I think I've just simplified it on Candy where I'm just like, comic drop, I'm just going to buy them and not open them and just hold them. The fact I love having like sealed product. I did the exact same thing on HRO. Like the first digital drop. I wish I bought more. But on Candy, I love the fact that you can just keep it wrapped. You don't have to sell it right away or open it or whatever the deal is. Yes, sir. I'm way behind on chat. Let me catch up. But thanks again. Thumbs up that. Fun! Huge stack of Marvel Mighties Season 3. Crafting should be here soon. Is that what you have? Marvel Mighties Season 3? Wait, did they already do crafting for like Season 1 and 2 or something? Or huge stack of Marvel Mighties Season 3. Crafting could be here soon, yeah. Wasn't there supposed to be some huge May announcement about a new IP? Was that fake news? You know what? In May, I think you're still right. Maybe they'll announce that towards like the end of May. I don't think they want to take any thunder away from any of the like rest of the Star Wars drops. I mean, they might, but no, you're right. I think there is an announcement. We're not even halfway through the month. We're only about a third of the way through, maybe a little bit more. So we have time. I'm not in a rush. I mean, I don't have any gems, so what am I going to do? I need to get gems. Someone buy my SR. I need someone to buy my SR. I don't think it was fake news, but it's just, I think Veve's just going to wait maybe another week or two before they announce it. It was the special helmet. I forgot what it was called. Oh, was it the special helmet? Okay. The helmet? Ouch. I was expecting more. Yeah, I thought it was like a new IP or something too. I was wrong. ID, yep. You guys are just talking with each other. It's nice. It's a special one. I think Bias may have gone over it. Let me see what it's called. Is it these helmets? The interior helmets? It's got to be, right? I covered these helmets. This is the craft ones. I have not covered the... I mean, this one's kind of a big deal. I don't think this will sell out, but I do like the concept that, like, it does sound like I was watching like the interview with like Corey, or not the interview, but the live stream with like Corey and My Collectibles, and it sounded like it was a pretty big deal that, like, you know, they gave Veve access to kind of like the inner workings of a helmet, or, you know, kind of had us you know, help design the interior. That's pretty cool looking on the inside. I think these are just kind of just more normal helmets, just of the Stormtroopers, I believe, that we got before. These ones I do not expect to do too well. Now, it would be kind of funny to, I don't know, maybe like giant helmets or something like that in Veveverse, or maybe there's like a bunch of them on the ground, like it kind of shows like a dead Stormtrooper, right, if there's like a helmet on the ground. So there could be some use or value in that, but it's just hard because there's so many drops happening, and a lot of them do have a lot of mints. And there's a lot going on between like burns and airdrops and new announcements and stuff like that. So, you, D, happy Mother's Day. Oh yeah, happy Mother's Day, D. I forgot. My bad. Happy belated Mother's Day. Is the Grogu King? Yeah. Stormtrooper with the cross section. The open one? I think it's the open. I think you meant the open one, right? Yeah, it's got to be the open one. Yeah. Yeah, cross section. Yep. Yeah, you're right. You are right. That is called the cross section. Yeah, this one's... I don't know. I really hate to say this, but I feel like this is one of those times where it's like, I think we don't... Because there's just so much going on and we only have so many gems, like I think like I think the idea of it's super cool. Like, oh my god, like we got inner workings of a helmet and all that stuff. And obviously it took a lot of development time, but you know, there's just Grogu and there's other stuff going on. So and I would have loved to see this at like 5 gems. I do think like the dioramas and certain things, especially if there's like 10 gems, 10 gems. I just think these helmets, I feel like most of these drops, if the helmets and this helmet too, if these were like all like 5 gems or maybe whatever it is, maybe leave these at 5 and have these at 10 or something like that. I think they would just do more than double better, in my opinion. So like, let's say there's only 100 of these. Like if you put them at 5 gems, I bet you there'd probably be over 300. Like it would just perform better in general. But then again, there's only 501 of this one, the Night Trooper, and then 1,500 of these, 1,500. Okay, I was just looking at the SR. Yeah, this one has 3,500. Is this one blind box? Oh, this is a blind box format. That's rough. It's really hard to go after this helmet. I would not be saying that if I didn't know what the next like 3 drops were going to be. So yeah, that's the ones apparently hasn't been done before, as it's such a big deal. And that's the thing I mean is like I think the back end work on this is like amazing. Like all the stuff they had to do with like Star Wars and all that stuff. Like I think it's great. It's just like I just don't have the. I feel like a lot of people might not have the liquidity for it, but also it's quite a few mints, over 5,000. I might end up picking these up in the secondary market because I actually do like this concept. And having a giant version of this in the Veveverse would be pretty cool. Not exactly Pokemon. Yeah, I'm a whole. If Pokemon shows up in any format, honestly, even if Pokemon shows up on on Solana or some other like weird chain or something like that, or they get if Pokemon goes Web3 or NFT in any form or fashion, it's only a matter of time before people find Veve, right? Because yeah, they might have like the #1 biggest IP in the world, but we have like 3 through 27 and beyond that. 2 through 20, so we have all the rest of the ones. You're good vibes, yep. Evening, everyone. Marvel Mighties. Oh, okay, you're right. Yeah, they did do that animation thingy with the Marvel Mighties some time ago. Marvel Mighties, they animated Doom and Cap. Season 3 has Spider-Man and Gwen. Yeah, and Blind Box is rough. Like I said, if they made it 5 gems and kept it Blind Box, I would go for it. I might even go for... I would go for 4. Because it's almost like a psychological thing for me. It's like if there were 5 gems each, I would be more willing to spend 20 gems than if I was to still spend 20 gems, but they're worth 10, right? Like I'd rather have obviously more helmets or whatever, but I'm willing to pull the lever more times if it's cheaper. And I feel like I'm kind of getting more value. I can always sell like a couple helmets back to get some value, right? But I don't know. That's just my take, but who knows? These, let's see. Fun of the Sun just got done putting the baby bottle ready. They might announce another big drop for the end of May. I think end of May they're gonna announce like another big IP or something like that. Hopefully. We still 2 unannounced weeks. Yeah, that's what I mean. I think we still. Let me go back here. So this one's on the 19th. So the last drop we have for Star Wars, or at least like the pre-announced ones, is it looks like it's just this one, the pod racer on the 19th, and that's still what 11 days short of the end of the month. Like 12 days. So it's almost like half. It's like a third of the month. So they could announce more stuff. They could do airdrops. They could do set bonuses. They could do something with like the Beskar armor. I don't know. They could do something with whatever. So I'm excited for that. We'll see. MC said all the helmets have the details on the inside, not just the ones. Oh. So all of them are they all identical or are they all a little bit different? I would assume they're identical. What am I doing? All right, there we go. Sorry if I kind of flipped through that quickly. Are they on the website yet? No. Yeah, we got the comic coming up next. Oh yeah, and this Mando drop does burn after 30 days. Did you guys know that? I thought it was just Marvel. Not Star Wars stuff, so I guess this one's burning too. Yeah, like this one's not burning. Like whatever this Ron English like thing is. So it's not all comics. I think it's just, I don't know. That's kind of cool. I didn't know Star Wars is starting to get involved with like burning stuff too. That's cool. Dude, that secret rare is so cool. You have a 1 in 42 chance of getting it though, so good luck. Executive Speak, what's going on, dude? Yes, sir. I'm going for the Mando comics until I get an SR, dude. That's a lot of, you have, like I said, a 1 in 42 chance. It says right there, 1 in 41.66. So better than 42. Not by much, though. What do you think about the new Blackpink drop? You know what? Actually, you brought up an incredibly good point because I completely forgot about that. I was going to talk about it a while ago. We'll see. I will say I haven't been like the biggest fan of like the Blackpink drops. Yeah, at least from just like purely a market, you know, interest standpoint of like, you know, basically just how the market's reacting to the drops and all that kind of stuff. On sale for 3 days only. Okay, so a 3-day City Gaze. It's the burn is interesting. I think it's a cool concept. I just don't know. I just don't think I'm going to go for it. Too many unknown variables, and on top of that, are these blind box? Also, why is it playing this? Sorry, why is it? Okay, whatever. I still need to figure out how the heck to like save this playlist on Spotify. Keeps like jumping around to like other songs. I need to figure it out. All right, blind. Okay, it's not blind box. You can just pick what you want, huh? It's a lot of mints. And a lot of collectibles. Dude, I've been scrolling down. Okay, there we go. I was like, dude, I've been scrolling down for a minute. Okay, so I'm assuming they all have a rare, uncommon, yeah, uncommon variant, all scaling from 10 to 15 to 20. Yeah. I mean, I like the detail and everything like that. I will say it. It's just like the pricing on this does seem like kind of, you know, 2022-ish, 2021. And then 20 on sale for 3 days only. See, this is what I'm a little bit more interested in. All unsold by peanut. So we burn. Okay, so you can just buy this one outright. So I'm more interested in this. There's only 3,000 of these. Or wait, is their name right? Okay, for some reason in my mind, I thought it just said Blackpink, and I'm like, okay, it just has the logo. That's cool. All right, I take it back. Okay, it's just a neon light with their name. All right, I like it. I just feel like I'm not the right audience for this. I don't know what else to say. I'm just kind of going through it. I'm just like, all right. This is cool. I mean, it looks awesome. Like, this is all cool stuff. I mean, this is essentially like the dioramas. Like, it just looks like a lot of mints. The prices aren't too bad, actually. The dioramas like look awesome. It's just so much. I'm still scrolling down on this list. Oh, this is all happening in May, huh? Is this all May 18th? Oh my gosh. Are you guys excited for what the market, are you guys excited for what this page is going to look like on drop day? Oh, I just missed it. Are you guys excited for this, what this page is going to look like on drop day? It's going to have the neon sign, the, you know, the different versions of the mini versions of them, and then the diorama, and then the... I'm just going to get rid of this. Okay, that's why I have like 2 back cal things going on, and I'm going to drop the Immunoscan. We're not using it. All right. It's like, I mean, these are all high quality. They all look cool. It's just not my thing. This one looks kind of cool. It's almost like a conversation pit. Is that what it's called? Like a conversation pit? Okay, this is like their studio. All right. I don't know. Maybe if I had more money and I had a little daughter nagging me to buy these things, you know, I'll buy them. All right, this little, it almost looks like a little helipad. I'm excited for what this is going to look like. And are these all animated? Okay, there's no, it doesn't say animated. I do like this stage, actually. Okay, what do you need for the stage? Everything leads here. The dim lines. To be eligible for stage collectible, users need to hold all 4 collectibles of Blackpink behind the beat. Blackpink moment to glow. Blackpink on sound. Okay, so they need to own. I mean, some people are definitely going to go for this. Okay, so this is like the... All right, let's go down here. I kind of skipped over the neon signs because it doesn't look like there's an airdrop. There's nothing much else. And it's 25 gens, and there's 3,000 each. The only reason why... Like I said, the quality is great, but I think it's like you're throwing something with a ton of mints, a ton of drops... for whatever price. I mean this will definitely throw a wrench in the market, but I don't even know like what to go for. Like what, even if I wanted to flip something, it's just like there's kind of a lot going on. What's going on, Vibes? What's up, dude? D, the only Star Wars drop I'm going for is the comic. I need to match my physical. Yeah. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the comic. I need to get some liquidity. I might have to like do a deep undercut. I'm trying to get rid of my SR. What's it called? My SR Planet Death poster, and then my SR Planet Death SR. Yeah, like actual comic. There's still a lot more to scroll down, dude. It is so, dude. I was scrolling down at one point for, I felt like a full minute, and I think we're still not done. All right, so this makes sense. You need to buy the other 4. Like diorama looking things to get this. I do like actually what the stage looks like. Now am I going to spend 60 gems on it? Probably not. Will be burned the crafting process. And it even says here, no digital collectible will be burned during the process. The crafting process was burned during the... Okay, so I think it does have to be store purchases. You can't do it with the market. It doesn't mention the market on here, so you do have to do it with store purchases. Logo is interesting. $35 gems. Okay. There will be a handful of people. I mean, some of these might get super scarce where there's like less than 20 or something like that for some of these. Blush mode. The signs are interesting. Just a little pricey. I mean, there's definitely plays to be made here. And I do think some people aren't going to buy a whole lot of these, so they'll make them extremely scarce. And on top of that, but I do think even within 3 days, I mean, I'm going to try. I mean, I think it would be a fun thing to stream, to kind of like keeping a close eye on how many are left on Immunoscan, especially on like the last, day before they get burned, like how many are left. And I bet some people might mint a whole bunch, or they might realize that there's only, I don't know, let's say there's only like 10 Jenny signs or something like that, and people realize it. They might buy a few more because it's so scarce. Yeah, it's like, okay, these are like cute and fun. It's just, I don't want to add up the amount of mints or how much market cap that all is together. It's the longest blog they've published, and just keep scrolling and scrolling. Dude, I was about to say that the other day. I'm like, I don't know what, but they might have to need to find like a different format to like introduce some of these like more complex drops. I'd rather almost have it like as an infograph kind of thing. I did it like last time, but it was just like a very rough version. I just like threw together. Let me see if I can find it. Wasn't that long ago. I think this was it. Even this doesn't look that great. I was trying to make it like too colorful. Like if I was ever to do it again, I'd make it like black and white, just very simple. Probably a little bit less text or maybe more explanation like in the thing. But this told you like, shows you all the drops. And I even highlighted like which ones are part of like which airdrops and what you need to hold. And all that. Like I feel like something like this or just some sort of infographic is sometimes a bit more digestible than this. And it's also like, as you just keep scrolling and scrolling, like it's very easy to just completely overlook the fact that like some of these will not get burned, but there was some other like aspect to it. Like this, for example, I don't know, it's very easy to overlook like the crafts or things that have like a market versus store or store and market or whatever it is. It's very easy to like overlook those things, especially if there's like a lot of reading. All unsold. But it's, I mean, they're only in the store for 3 days. That does make it very interesting. So what are we? So that's going to be happening basically from next Sunday through 2, 3, like through Tuesday. So it's like all day Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So that'll be kind of an interesting time. So many of them. Yeah, it is a lot. Maybe the mint numbers are more akin to 2021 than the box prices. Try to buy Mando one comic physical, but can't afford it at my local comic store. How much do they? I mean, if you go to a local comic shop, they're always going to give a little premium. I mean, that's kind of what happened to me. I actually got a. Let me see if I can find it. Dude, sometimes I cannot see with these sunglasses on. At least like in the dark like this. I think it's somewhere else. Because I did actually get a Planet Death like variant cover. And it was pretty cool, but I mean, I think the guy charged me like almost double, but it's fine. It was only like $30. Blackpink was just never my thing. I have the Blackpink Veve logos, but that's it. Same. Only because I had Veve on it. That was me. Yeah, 9K mints and an active user base of like 1,000. Yeah, I say the only reason why some of these might go very high is because it's only in store for 3 days, and at that point, I think like the pod races will end because the pod races are going to happen on the 19th. So Blackpink's the 18th. Yeah, pod racers going on the 19th. And I think that's it for Star Wars, at least that they've announced so far. I mean, they could always airdrop something or make an announcement in 2 days. Yeah. Yeah, I did. I like Blackpink. It just seems like what's, we don't have the fan base yet. Maybe NFTs and stuff just like are not mainstream enough yet for these types of people, but who knows? I mean, give it time. I mean, Superman, all that stuff is still on the app, right? There's still a lot of very old collectibles that are still doing pretty well. This could be one of those collectibles you look back 6 years from now and you're just like, gosh, these are so scarce. And even though by then, Blackpink might not be as popular, it's like there's just so few of them, it might work out. It's just hard because like in the moment, it's like we got Star Wars going on and also crypto and a lot of other stuff and stock market and other real life things going on. So there's always that aspect too. But yeah, anything else you guys want me to cover? I've been kind of jumping around and keep seeing my frame rate's like way too high, so I need to change some settings on my computer or whatever. But actually, let me see. Yeah, the mints are pretty high. I do want to start looking into potentially, the stacker will work, into like potentially buying and or selling stuff like on Stacker with Omi. I still have over 1 million Omi in the app that I need to bridge over to Stacker. I've been kind of just too lazy to do it. But I actually might use some of that to buy some collectibles. Like with Omi on Stacker, I think it would be pretty cool to show that off too. We'll show that. Cool. Since you're a finance guy, what would you need to do like a what would you need to do like a financial health check on Veve? Not like their books, I guess, like market gems, etc. I'm sure. I mean, I'm sure there is a way to like analyze that, but I'm not to that level by any means. You're talking like someone that's like a certified like financial planner or something like that, or like a CFA or something like that. I'm sure there's a way to, it's out of like my realm. I mean, I'm sure I could probably learn a little bit, about liquidity and market caps and kind of like how it's doing, but it's kind of pointless when like, a single tweet can cause like things can basically skyrocket or go down. That's why I think like in some ways, like, I don't say like TA is like pointless. TA definitely has its place, but with like crypto or something like that, it's just like, a single tweet or an announcement or whatever, a single thing happens, and then market can go up or down. I'm gonna sell for Omi. Omi just seems very low. I agree. Yeah, I'm only gonna do it if there's like an arbitrage opportunity potentially. Like if I can buy something for very cheap with Omi, like on Stacker, if someone just like mislists something for whatever reason. I feel like that rarely happens though. But I do want to start selling stuff for Omi too. Omi is very cheap. All right. All right, I'm fading here. And this is more of a test stream. I've kind of learned I do need to get another light or something on this wall, kind of over here to illuminate so it's not so dark. And then a few other things too I want to do. But yeah, dude, it was nice seeing you, ExecuSpeak. ExecuSpeak, Fun Under the Sun. I'll stream again later this week. I'll probably do it again either probably like Wednesday or something like that. Cool shirt. Yep. Here, let me. I'll go to here. Magneto. X-Men. Dude, we need X-Men 1 on the app. Here, let me pull it up. That Blackpink article wore me out. That's what it was. The Blackpink article wore me out, dude. Yeah, this is it. Sorry for the Just make this bigger. But you guys see it there, right? That's the art it's from. It's from the, oh, maybe not. Sorry. This, from this cover. Single best-selling comic of all time. X-Men #1. We need this on the app. When, Veve? When, Veve? When are we getting this? And I really hope we get... I don't know if they would make like the common, uncommon, or some sort of thing, like kind of lay it all out. Or they separate it, or maybe the cover is all one thing, but... This is a very cool and iconic cover, so I'm actually kind of glad they're kind of taking their time with it, or maybe they're trying to figure out like what to do with it. Pasternak, nicely done. I will say there is a big gap. It seems like now that my collectibles been gone for a little bit, you know. So it's cool seeing you stream again pretty regularly again. Yeah, it'll be my goal. Honestly, is to stream to more platforms and just like spread the word of Veve and, you know, talk a little bit. I'm not going to talk about crypto all that much. I feel like I've already kind of like invested in certain coins, and I'm just kind of like waiting for the most part. Like I'll keep an eye on like new random coins or whatever, but doing TA and like all that stuff, you know, that's just not my thing. But I was going to stream. I could stream on the Arena. Have you guys heard of the Arena? I'm still just going to talk Veve the whole time, but I thought about streaming it tonight, but we'll see. It's going to be weird because if I stream on that platform and there's no Veve people in there, there's not going to be anyone to like really talk to or anything like that. But it's a platform where I guess you can get. I've actually hung out in a few different like spaces. It's essentially just X, but people do like live streams or they're not called spaces. They're called. I forgot what they're called. Like showroom? Not showrooms. Some weird. But I do like the platform for the most part. Just didn't figure out how to stream there. SR Spider-Man, all-time lows. Pretty much everything's at all-time lows. I'll show you guys a couple more things, then I'll hop off. Time low. Let's do collectibles. Nope, but I'll check it out. I only really know Twitch, X Spaces, and YouTube. Yeah, here, let me send you, can I send you a referral thing? I think there's like a referral. What the hell? Okay. And everyone keeps tipping me in this crypto called Cock. It's like COQ on this website too. So it's kind of funny. I got a little bit of Arena too, which is actually worth like I think a few pennies. Dude, where's my I thought there was a Okay, here we go. Refer and earn. Okay. Yeah, try this. I don't know if I get anything, but... Oh, it says if they trade in the Arena, you earn 0.5% of what they spend. Some buys or sells their ticket. Interesting. So if you become a big-time content creator on there, like you speak, I get some of your stuff. But I was just hanging out in some of the lives. What I do is I'll hang out in the lives, and then I'll just mute the tab, so I just can't hear what they're saying, because usually it's just irrelevant stuff. I really don't hang out. I like spaces with Veve people and stuff, but sometimes it could just be a lot, or it's just like a topic I'm not too interested in. But on this, at least you can like earn a little bit of crypto or whatever the deal is. But I just mute it. I almost want to open up multiple instances and like mute them all. I don't know. We'll see. But it looks like this. Actually, I'll show you what it looks like. Yeah, it's kind of crazy looking, but it is pretty cool. So this is like the homepage. Usually people are just shilling like random meme coins, and you can make your own meme coins on here and make a, I don't know, it's pretty cool. I mean, I'm not gonna put any like money, and I'm just kind of just hanging out here to stream and kind of get some free crypto. There's a bunch of lives up here you can like listen to. And while you and like when you join a live, actually I'm gonna mute this so you can't hear anything. Mute site. So I don't know what they're gonna be like yelling. So as you're listening, you can also like you can tip every participant or like the speakers and stuff like that. So occasionally people would just tip everyone that's like listening to a stream, a space, or if you join like a live stream, there's a bunch of people like live streaming, and if you watch them, sometimes people like tip in there and just tip everyone. So it's pretty cool. And from what I've seen, it's not all crypto. I mean, some people are crypto based, but it does seem like people just kind of stream random stuff. It's just like a new platform. So we signed the link, signed up, I think. Yeah, it's just like through X or whatever. But yeah, just like listen to like random stuff. I guess you just gifted free crypto. So I know you'll be over there if I stream on there later. I might have to unlock. I have to pay money with like OBS to be able to stream on YouTube and on that platform at the same time, I think. So I'll have to figure that out. Sick, dude. All right. Thanks for hanging out, guys. And I need a better outro. I don't know. Double, triple checking your listings so you don't screw yourself. It's fine, but maybe I'll think of something. Take care.